I'll just show you guys quickly how you can watch my audio versions of my how-to series and also my motivational series, which you can get a Samsung application, which is called, let's have a look over here, it's called the Musio Player, and you can get any of them, and I promise you that all the MP3 players will play my audio version in ×2 version, as YouTube currently also plays ×2. I also read on Audible at ×3.5, and I read way faster than YouTube and MP3 players inside the App Store, unless they have a 4x version or something like that. You understand that no matter what. I'll show you guys now. You have over here the Musio app in my Samsung A51 Galaxy. I'm currently taping with my Samsung A20 Galaxy, and as you can see over here, you have this nice beautiful function, and you'll press over here.
I say welcome back guys into my video. I have a nice beautiful topic here today, and it's how to story show. I should understand that
you click over here,
you
go over here, playback speed. You have over here, you can put it at ×2. You can see this is the normal speed.
And how are you supposed to do that? You have to understand that in order for you to story show, you need to be a person who's far elegant, and you need to be able to really grasp what you're saying and be able to work on it.
You have the ×2 speed. You have to understand that you guys have to understand I read at 3.5 times. I realize that this one can give you the ×2 speed. I've never found one yet where I can have 3 times speed. So although if you guys have a application where it's an MP3 player inside your Samsung phone or iPhone, and you find an application such as an MP3 player where you download my audio versions in terms of my podcasts that I do in my how-to series and inside my videos in terms of motivational videos and also my how-to videos, you will find an application in the App Store. I promise you now, you have to download my content. You have to download the video. I promise you never have to watch it online. I promise you my quotes also, you never have to watch online, and you never have to read it online because it may lag. You download the whole folder. You download the folder, which is around 600 megabytes in terms of the quotes in each folder. In terms of 1001 quotes have around 600 megabytes of storage data, and you can find also inside my Mega Drive, you can find how much the folder has in size file. You can download my whole university online. You can download all my videos at once. You have to realize that I suggest that you download one video at a time. I suggest that you download one video at a time, and you can watch my videos at the 1x speed, unless there is a nice application out there that can help run my video faster, I mean in ×2 version, although the audio version is also the information that you really need, and anything to do with my face is in the video. You realize now that you have a nice beautiful application in terms of MP3, and you can find it in the Play Store and Apple Store in 2020. I mean the year 2020. And guys, I hope that you enjoy your day, and please just download all my content first and then read it along the way. You would realize that you can download 5-6 episodes of the audio version, and it's around 300 megabytes, and then you finish one off in 30 minutes, and then you keep rolling. You understand? You have to understand that you who doesn't understand it, you still have to read more and more throughout your life, and you just have to understand that those people who read more and more of the same material are going to capture more and more of the material. You understand? I do suggest you read it as much as you can so that you realize that you can understand it. I promise you, once you understand it, you move on. See you guys in the next video.
Statistic.
Yes.
I could say that's one of my conversations with my biological father, although I right now am using my emotions. I'm feeling much better. I feel that the world is sometimes very ugly, and I realize that no matter what, that my emotions never feel ugly, and most people will say that my emotions feel ugly too. You understand? I mean they're just guessing, and you have to understand that most people go with the crowd. You understand? I mean, they play politics on you. I realize they're 10v1. I realize that people gang up on you and they say bad things about you, and it goes around, and as soon as you've done drugs or something like that, I promise it goes around and they're never with you ever again. And guess what? They're doing the same thing. I mean, they're doing drugs too, and they just never consider alcohol a drug. I mean, when you're a vegan, I promise you, they go around saying that you're a fucking vegan, and to stay away from you I realize they say to stay away from you because of that, because you eat carrots and you eat vegetables and you eat all of that. I realized that they're kind of those people, and realizing more and more every day how successful I am and how much more successful I am. And so no matter what, I have to speak more from the emotion this time, and it's really that I don't care. I don't care about what they say, and I don't care about who they are in life. I realized that I grew up in one way. I was always wondering that the world was something amazing to be in. I realized that I'm just amazed about my world inside. I'm not amazed about the world outside of me. Understand? I don't care about anything outside of me. I realize that too many people are saying you must go this way, you must go this way. I realize they're fighting over money. I realize they're corrupt. I realize they're people who grew up as kids and later went into old bastards. Understand? I realize they're grumpy. I realize they're toxic. I realize they're nothing special anymore. Understand? I realize that I grew up as a baby. I then went downhill because I followed the crowd. I became my demons. I became all my demons in life. I now feel like that baby who said the world is beautiful. Understand? And it's really that my world is beautiful. I realize the outside world is shit. Understand? I realize the outside world is shit. I realize what's beautiful is inside. I realize inside me is beautiful. I realize there's nothing else that can satisfy me in this life. Actually, there's only I, and I will never die. I will never die in my life. Actually, most people are just gonna ignore you, and no matter how inspirational you are, they will never call you an inspiration. And when you pass away from life, I promise you they're gonna say, I really love that guy. I promise you they'll never talk to you though. I realize they're full of shit. I realize they're full of shit. I can imagine myself passing away from this life and getting killed by somebody, and then they say, Danny was shot. And then they would say, I really love Danny. I realize he was a good person. I realize they're fucking bullshit artists. You know what I'm saying? I realize that. I realize that they never talk to me. You know what I'm saying? I realize that is the same for you. I never do it for you, I do it for something greater. Although you understand that life is bullshit outside. I promise you there's nothing out there. I promise you that I conform inside. I stay away from everybody outside. Love me. I stay away from all people on the planet. I promise you. I just go to ones who are really popular in terms of information. I don't care about popularity. I care about who's growing me and who's giving me I realize that I care about who's giving me ideas. And that way I don't give a fuck. I learn, I grow. I realize that you guys may understand me here. You guys understand that whoever's watching me, you to understand my life. I realize my life went from good to bad to good. Rich or better. I realize it's really that I went uphill and then downhill because of the people around me. And I realize that people are trying to kick me down all the way up. Understand? I'm sure all my life people are trying to kick me down. I realize that first it started with family. I realized that then it started with people in the crowd and with fake friends. I realized I became more successful and I lost weight. I overcame schizophrenia. I became a vegan. I promise you nobody else was happy for me. I promise you nobody was happy for me except for I. I was only happier. I realized when I became vegan, I promise you I got no chestica. I got no congratulations from people. I realized my birthday this year, I realized that nobody wished me a happy birthday. I realized that I wish myself a happy birthday. And my biological dad sent me $100. I realized everybody else is gone. I realized they never wished me a happy birthday. Understand? Because where are they? I realized they are fake friends. Understand? I never need them in my life. I realized on Facebook they send you random messages over there. I realized that some people you've never even met would send you a happy birthday. I realized from the crowd though, that I grew up, I'm not sure only my biological dad sent me a happy birthday from them. You understand? I realize when people are vomiting around me, I just say I I never care about damn vomits over there. Whereas some people around here in Brisbane, they come into the hostel, whereas at 4 o'clock in the morning they're vomiting in the toilet. That's disgusting. I've got nothing better to do these days except for grow. I've got nothing else to do. I'm not afraid. I've got nothing to be afraid of. I realize that women are stupid. I realize women are so stupid. I realize they go for all these ugly guys. I realize the guy gives them $200 and they go and have sex with him. You understand? I realize they make some porn videos and all of that. I used to watch pornography and all of that. I realize it killed me. You have to understand that it's really an ugly habit to do pornography and to go brothels and to all these women because they just love you because of the money. They're stupid. I realize they look beautiful. I realize inside they're stupid. You understand? I mean, you have to understand they're stupid women. I mean, they go for anybody because of money. I realize they have sex with anybody. I mean, it's that kind of world. I mean, there's no respect anymore. I realize I've got respect. I've got respect inside of me. I realize that most women haven't. I realize they never respect their body. I realize they're women who just go and get bashed for $20. I realize they're getting bashed for $200. I realize they're getting abused. I realize they make it. I realize they're saying it's okay. I realize some guy rents a woman for $1,300 for 8 hours. I realize that guy's an idiot. I realize he's trying to impress people outside of him. I realize politics are all bankrupting you. I realize they're making the economic system worse so that you work a 9-to-5 job to give them money in taxes. I used the government's money today. Let's say it's the 28th of July in 2020. I used the government's money. I fuck them over. You understand? I'm rich or better. Use the money. I promise you, they'll never fuck me over. I work minimum wage. Always. I never fucking work the 9-to-5 jobs over here, bro. I promise you. I'm not gay. I'm not bisexual. I just say bro here and there. To realize I was a person who never really succeeded before. I realized I was going down. I was going downhill and more people were happier for me. I realized they were happier for me when I was going down. I realized they were my true friends when I was going down. And when I was going downhill, I promise you, they were I realized that they were acting like true friends. I realized when I started to overtake them one by one, I promise you, they started to drop off quickly. I realized slowly this person saying, you said this, you fuck off. As I started to have more success, I realized they don't talk to me anymore. Or should they don't talk to me anymore. I realized now I'm more successful. I realized when you're going down, you have fake friends who you believe are true friends. I understand this guy's coughing. I will never have a sickness. I realize it's more they understand that I have no problems in my heart. I have no problems inside. I realize I tune myself out from the world this time. I tune myself out from those people. I never need them. I never need them in my life. I never need them because I deserve better. I don't care about them. I realize that when you're around junkies and negative people, you have to stay away from them. I tune out these coughs and people sick around me. I tune them out. I put some music on. I can never listen to their coughs. I say it makes me disgusted. I realize it's just how the world is. I realize they're really disgusting people. I realize this world outside of me is disgusting. I find the world outside of me beautiful. I promise you. I don't find any person outside of me beautiful. I promise you they're all trying to scam you. I promise you they're all trying to fuck you up. I promise you they're all trying to put you down and kick you down. I promise you they're all trying to take away your time. I promise you they're all ungrateful. I promise you they're all trying to use you. I promise you that they're only with you because you may be a person who gives them value. I promise you as soon as you have no value, I promise you they're gone from your life. You live in that kind of world. I promise you the world outside is devastating. I'm still living. I live inside. I say my world is beautiful. I say my world inside is beautiful. I promise you that I've overcome many challenges in my life. I promise you my parents don't even say how much of an inspiration I am. I promise you nobody outside of me calls me an inspiration. I promise you that no matter what, I get encouraged by some people. I realize that some people that you never even met will call you an inspiration, or I realize that they would call you an inspiration here and there. Although you have to understand that you never rely on other people to call you an inspiration. And which are better. I realize that I've got some really good remarks from some people saying you're an excellent poser, or I love this photo of you, or you have to keep it up, you're doing excellent. I realize that give me some encouragement. I realize that those people are inspired by me. I realize that other people, I've never met those people in my life. I've met some of them. I've met one person, although you have to understand that it's really that most people will never ever call you an inspiration. You never rely on them to call you inspiration. You have to understand it's really never search anything outside of yourself. I realize out there's nothing. I realize that she may be beautiful. I realize that she's a stripper hoe. I realize that she's a stripper hoe and she fucks some guy for $50. You find that attractive? I realize that as soon as you marry her, I promise that some guy will give her $500 and she'll get behind your back. Understand? I promise you that's never a mother. I promise you that's never a person that you need to have in your life. Understand? I mean, she doesn't even have the looks. You understand? I don't care what stripper she is. I promise you they don't have looks, those women. I promise you they've got nothing to give you. Understand? I promise you they've got no skills. I promise you they're working in a stripper club. Understand? I promise you they've got nothing to give you. You need better than those women. You need better than the brothel woman. I promise you that you look at women in a brothel and a stripper club, you may think they're so beautiful. I promise you they're ugly. I promise you they're devastating. I promise you they're drug addicts. I promise you they're too much on alcohol and they'll use you and your money. And they'll say, you give me $500 and you one time come. You one time come. I mean, you just ejaculate once and they grab your $500 in 20 minutes and they fuck you off. You can see what a skank is. You can see what hoes are. Stay away from it. The guy gives her $2,000 and makes a 1 hour porn tape and says that it's his lady. You understand? You have to understand that this world is dirty with money. You understand? I promise you it's never about the money. I don't work for the money. I don't care about the money in life. I promise you, in my world, it's all about freedom. I work for freedom. I tune out the money from my life. I tune it out. I promise you it's not important. I promise you money is not important. I promise you what's important is mentality and making yourself a much better person. I promise you it's never about the money, because the money in this life, I promise you what they're doing with the 9 to 5 job, I mean they make you work for $20 an hour and they're printing thousands of dollars in 1 second. I mean they're making you work for $20. You understand? I mean they're making you work for $200 in what they print in terms of 1 second, more than that. I realize they print in 1 second. I realize they can print $1,000 in 1 second. I mean, you have to work 8 hours for that money in terms of 20. I realize you have to work 8 hours for $200, while they printing one, I realized they print in 8 hours. I realized they print 50 or $500,000. They're printing money really quickly. I realized that it's sheets. I realized it's one sheet is $1,000. I realized they just go woo. I realized they're making it work like slaves. Understand? I realized that real estate is a crippling game. I promise you. Real estate is one of those crippling games where you'll be a person to be crazy to even invest in real estate because of how much you scam people. Russia, as soon as money's involved, Russia is scamming all of you. Understand? Russia is scamming you everywhere. Russia is scamming you all the time. Russia, as soon as they price something, Russia, it's a scam. I don't care what it is. Russia, food that you eat, Russia is scamming you. Russia, Hungry Jack's food for $10. Russia, you're never doing it for money. You understand that Hungry Jack's food will never satisfy you, and they're pricing it at $15. I don't know what you get in that. I mean, $15 is 2 days of food for me. I mean, 2 days of food, I mean, that's 14 meals. You understand that Hungry Jack's, in terms of $15, they sell you their large meals. You have that in one meal. I have 14 meals. I have 500 grams of protein more than you. Understand? I'm not surprised about the outside world. I used to be a kid. I'm still a kid. I'm still a baby. I grew up fascinated about the outside world. I don't fucking care about the outside world anymore. I realize it's what's happening inside now that matters. I realize it's what's going in inside of me. I don't care about anything in the outside world. I love music. I love enthusiasm. I love people who have high energy. I just have no need for others outside of me. I have no need for a kid. I have no need for a wife. I have no need for them. I feel I'll get shot in this world. I swear. I've been doing street performance now for 7 days. I realize that over the next 73 years, I promise that somebody's going to come and shoot me, bro. I don't know. I don't care. I have no reason to get shot. I'm rich or better. I don't care. I mean, if I die and I get shot, I promise you that it's gonna be the best day of my life. I mean, I always do the best that I can. I'm always doing the best, although I have nothing to fear. I'm never fearing death. I allow it. I allow myself to get shot. I allow myself to experience life. I realize I've experienced something incredible in this life. I realize I've overcome demons. I've overcome something incredible. I promise you that. You guys have to see that for yourself. You have to understand where I'm coming from. That you're worse than yesterday and you become a schizophrenic and you lose voice and killers and overcome schizophrenia after 5 years. And you overcome the medications that were making you fat and traumatized and were knocking you out for 5 years, and also you overcome the crowd and you leave your biological dad's house to go travel Australia for 1 year on your own, and you figure out some things about Jesus Christ and also about video work and street performance, and you overcome cigarettes and caffeine and insomnia as well. I used to have insomnia for 5 years. You overcome the 9-to-5 job. You study so much. I read 35 hours a day. I read it 10 times. I realized I read at 3.5 times speed at 10 hours a day. I realized now I'm really rocking it. I'm really doing something amazing. I realize it's worth it. And I have 2 phones now. I have possessions that help me to do my work only. I never fucking care about anything else. I don't care about Ferrari. I don't care about that shit. Well, that's fucking shit car. Understand? You have to understand. I drive it for free. I don't even fucking drive it. I don't fucking care about that shit. You have to understand. I don't care about the Ferrari. You have to understand. I never fucking give money for a Ferrari. I realize that sometimes I contradict my terms. I realize that I never care about Ferraris. I realize that I never care about cars. I never buy cars in my life. I never buy cars. I only rent them. I have to understand that what I mean is, with a Ferrari and all that, is that it has no purpose in my life. I mean, I've got only myself to drive, and I only help myself get driven by other people now. I mean, I make sure other people drive me now. I don't care, bro. I say, guys, just make sure you're just a better person and just forget the outside world. Otherwise, they're very negative, these people over here. I swear, they're all very drugged. Otherwise, it's a poor attitude. Otherwise, they're wasting time. Otherwise, they've got nothing to do. I'll see you guys in the next video. I can say here's a nice beautiful idea on what you can do during a pandemic of the outside crisis in the world, such as a coronavirus or anything to do with anything negative outside of you. You have to understand that this is just one of my techniques where I've been doing a lot of work. I'll show you now. You can see I have to read my nice beautiful video here at 4 times the speed so I can watch my posture and how I public speak. Although that's an idea, and you can busk today on the street and you can have all that crowd, and you can understand to boost your attention span and scale your business today. I've just finished day 12 and I have 3 hours times 12 days, which is 36 hours of video work and public speaking in front of a crowd in 12 days during the outside world's coronavirus. You guys can hear me? You got it? Yeah. You guys can hear me over here. I'm speaking over here. I realize there's something very big. I have to communicate over here so I can understand something. You guys can hear me over here. I believe that you guys can hear me. I believe that you can hear me over here. But just make sure you guys can hear me over here. Make sure that no matter what, you can hear what I say over here. You can hear me. I have a dream to make sure that no matter what you're doing in life, that you hear what I say. Like this. You guys can hear me over here. You guys can hear me? Like this. Like this. You hear me? You hear what I say? You can see this. You can see what I say over here. Oi. Shut the gutter. I'll just chill.
You can see the lighthouse is shining at night. See how beautiful that is. I mean, it's one of the best sceneries I've ever seen in Australia. I'm going to say Townsville can top this. You have a lighthouse that's surrounded by water from that side, I mean from here, all the way to here. And just this part over here is land. I'm currently in Byron Bay. Yep. You can find me in Byron Bay. You can hear the music. I've got new earphones.
Don't know it yet, but they're gonna find out. You don't care, and you do what you want. You play with people like you're playing with cards. You count to 4, and then you throw them out. You play with people like you play with cards. You count to 4 and then you throw them out. You don't read your life, you're losing yourself. Looking at your nobody will find out. You play with people like you play with cards.
How's this? I'll start my course over here.
I have a nice beautiful speaker over here. I got one for $89. I'll be doing some street performances around the Brisbane area. I love it. You have to check it out. I have a microphone over here. I can only speak on it with a cable, although I've got 2 jacks. I can get myself another one of these. I can interview people on the street. Otherwise, my music also, you'll hear my music over here. I've got my own music. You can hear my music.
But they're gonna find out. You don't care, and you do what you want. You play with people.
You can say it's about 5 kilograms, the speaker. I charge it with a nice beautiful over here. I have a one long, lengthy charger cable. I love this part. I say that's Leo Bar. I gave her money to do this. I gave $1,200. I gave $1,200 for this music. I gave extra. I have another trumpet. I realize now it's around that amount, although the trumpet has to be added. I have to add 2 more vocals, and my vocals are going in there also. I now have an opportunity for myself to be able to, let's say, go get some attention. I have a business. I started with a nice speaker. I have a microphone. I go on the street now. I have been preparing for this moment for 6 years. I realize now I'm ready to be in front of people. I realize I love this song. I can say it's Ume Oscam Fight Back. I can go doofing around the city. I can put my speaker and relax. I love you guys. I said we are living in the spotlight. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I love this show. Sakuna Matata. Da, da, da. I get weird. Pop, 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 pop. I say that's ego. I have no ego here. I'm knock on wood. I love my head. I'm not a Cinderella. I don't know what's happening over here. I'm a learner. I don't know what he's doing. I said I was faking it. I'm half Serbian and half Croatian. And when I wake up in the morning, I never want to kill myself. I realize that you guys need an inspiration today. I realize that you guys need somebody today to lead you. You need somebody today to really lift Australia. You really need me in the world to make sure that no matter what, I'll always give you what you need, and that's growth. I realize that each and every time you grow, I promise you no matter what, my communication skills will get you there. I realize that I give you the ideas. I realize that I can make sure that no matter what happens, I'm a person who's growing and I'm better than yesterday, so I can teach you how to do the same. You have to realize that each and every time you see my face, you'll see somebody who's better than yesterday, because I'm a positive role model. I also rhyme in my words. I realize no matter what, I'm a person who is doing better than yesterday. You have to realize that each and every time you are doing something with the heart, you have to realize it's really about lifting yourself. You have to understand that I'm just doing something over here. I thank you very much. I realize that I'm just a person really growing, and that way you understand that when I get embarrassed, I'm doing something positive anyway. You have to understand that each and every time I do something funny, just like this and what's going on around me, you have to understand that I'm really looking inside. I'm really focused on Australia's Got Talent. I realize that no matter what, you be that person today you be that person today who's really growing, and that way you understand you need a rhythm in your words to make some poetry, and that way you understand what being a fanatic of growth is. You have to understand it's really about growing. You have to understand it's really about doing something much better. I realize that when you have a performance, you do it much better than yesterday. You be that person who understands that each and every time you're going to grow and you're going to give your best, and that's what I do every day. I make sure no matter what, I'm always writing more and communicating more, because I am a public speaker, and I am today. I thank you guys for coming into this video. I have a nice beautiful tonality over here, because guess what? I have a nice beautiful way for you to be able to watch my videos on 4x speed and also on 2x speed. You have to understand that it's really quick and easy. You have to watch this video, and I'll be showing you a nice example here. realize.
To fall and then you throw them out. You don't beat yet like you're losing. You're still certain that you're winning. Will forever declare just happy. Be your lucky one. You're not.
I just love to promote. I love to be able to promote myself every day. Otherwise, I can talk on the microphone, and I can also take myself while I have a little drink over here, which is my soy milk. Otherwise, it's a nice, beautiful skill I'll be teaching in the next course. So you can find my Instagram over here. I realize that when you guys get into my Instagram, you'll be very promoted.
You can't afford and then you throw them out.
You can also joke in front of people. You can do something amazing over here. You guys can find my Instagram. I'm Danny Milivojevic. I'm now relaxing. I'm making sure that I'm growing. I'm doing something amazing. I'm making sure I say hi. Otherwise, no matter what. Hi. I say hi. I say hi. I'm never saying goodbye. I'm never saying goodbye. Whereas when you lose yourself, you just say hi. You don't understand, you have to say I is better than hi, but it's not about high five. You understand, it's about something greater than that. You have to do some entertaining too, you understand? You have to do something in life that's really going to do better.
You don't realize.
Whereas when you're saying hi, you never say hi, you have to say the hi first. You can entertain the crowd too. You can be like saying, I love I because what happens today is something greater. You understand? Because you have to do something greater. Say hello, mate. I love you.
But they're gonna find out you don't care and you do what you want.
You can just joke around. You can do something like this.
With people like you're playing
Do something. You just say anything. You say anything to just spark attention because when you're entertaining the crowd, you're just doing anything. You're just saying anything. You're not saying anything to grow, although you can. You're saying, entertainment is about let's have fun. Let's have fun. Let's do something. That's entertainment. You can say, I love you. I love you too. I can do anything. You do something to strike the crowd's interest. You do something. You say, I love you too. I love you. I'm a smart ass.
You don't realize you're losing yourself, certain that you win.
You can do anything on the microphone. You can be a smart ass.
You're lucky one, you're not.
You understand?
You play with people.
I will, however, just test my nice, beautiful microphone here. I realized that I switched it on and I'm really confident about it. So no matter what, I have to hear this video now. So let's see, is the microphone working?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I today came here because all of you are here today to make sure you grow. So my course today is to help you to grow today. I need to have a cheer over here. Are you guys able to cheer for me? Well, thank you very much. I love the support. Although, when you support somebody in life, you're going to also be supported. You're going to be a person who can promote yourself every single day because that's what you're here to do every single day. Are you here today to promote yourself? Are you saying yes? I need you to understand that when you're here to say yes, you're going to live right now. You have to understand, right now is the time to live. So when you get on the stage today, I need you to be the loudest. I need you to have the loudest voice in life. I need you to understand when you're a person that can motivate people with your music and also with your public speaking and what you do today in terms of passion, you need to give your heart every single day. You have to understand your heart matters. You have to promote your heart all the time. I need you to understand when you're speaking to somebody and you're encouraging every single day, you have to look at the crowd. I need you to stand right here in front of the stage rather than right here, because there's a big difference. I need you to understand, you take up the stage in front of the crowd and you're looking at the crowd all the time. You're never looking at the back way, because what's important is where you're facing, you look at the crowd this way. And you expand with your emotions. And you should understand, when you're a person who is playing music, you have to play with your emotions, you have to play with your heart. Because I'm not thinking right now. And you should understand, I'm not thinking because I have my emotions that are thinking for me. I'm always a person growing one way or another. I'm always doing something that's really going to be loud, although when I'm loud, I grow. I make sure that I project my voice out there, because that way my emotions do that. I do that with my emotions. I make sure to look good. I make sure to present myself in a way that I'm always growing. I make sure I'm always the best communicator here. I make sure no matter what, they understand Jesus Christ. And you should understand, He communicated. And you should understand that those people who can communicate are such as, I realize that such people as Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King. I have a dream. I need you to understand what that means. I need you to have a dream today. I need you to understand, I have a dream. I need you to understand what I means. I. You understand? Because that's twinkle, twinkle, little star. Although I have a dream. I need you to use I more. I need you to understand, I love you. I need you to say, I matter. I need you to say, I matter today. I need you to understand, that's promotional. I need you to understand, that's the technique you need every single day. I need you to understand that when Australia's Got Talent comes around, I'll be on the stage, because that's my goal as well. I need you to understand that everybody needs to see me in life. I need you to understand that all of Australia need to see me on Australia's Got Talent as well. Understand? Because I can do it. I deserve it. I can do anything. I can make sure that I can sing. I can make sure I can live my life, because when I sing, I'm happier. You have to be a person who's always promoting yourself in a way that you're never jealous of other people. You focus on yourself the most, and you project yourself in a way that's going to help you the most.
Sing.
Do you guys agree with me?
No, sing.
I will say, although, that when you agree with me, you'll always be inspirational, because those people understand who I am today and how I speak and how I lead the crowd is through growth. I'm a person who's a growth coach. I'm a person who's a life coach. I am like a Tony Robbins, although I'm better. And you should understand, I'm younger than ever. And you should understand, I'm the best in the world in what I do. I promise you, those people who disagree with me, I don't care about them, because what I care is looking better than yesterday, because I lost 47 kilos. I was a schizophrenic before. I did the drugs. I got off the drugs.
Thanks, Danny. Good song.
Thank you very much.
I will say, guys, that you also have the VCL Samsung, which is a video and audio player. You can also just make sure that you can download your audio that I give in terms of my life coaching. You can then also share. You select the audio, you share it into the VCL application, which is a Samsung application. I promise you that you can also find something inside of the iPhone application store. You can also find yourself something that is a video quality and audio quality, where you can transfer audio and video into that application and then play back the speed faster. I promise you, with VCL and Samsung, you can do it on ×4, and you can listen to my communication in the audio alone and with no video on ×4. I just would love to say that.